Hello and happy Tuesday. It's November 13th and you're watching What's Up Weekly, all things children, family, student ministries at Southgate. Brian, it's been a little while.
It's been a while,
since
man.
we were together.
That's right.
In front of the camera, but it's good to be back.
It is good to be back,
Between
man.
conferences, travel,
Yep.
we're back in a regular routine.
We are here.
And we're gonna start by celebrating the National Day of Indian Pudding.
You know anything about Indian pudding?
I don't.
I know zero about Indian pudding.
I'm tempted to ask somebody to bring us some,
Right.
but I don't know what it is. So
Right.
maybe I don't want any.
I don't know. Either. Is this like Taj Mahal, India, or is this like Native American Indian
I don't know.
pudding?
We might find out later during our game segment.
I'll just say this, we didn't talk about this in our production meeting, but
boy.
I will buy
Oh, boy.
lunch for anybody who makes Indian pudding and brings it in.
Okay.
So there you go.
Could have gone a lot of directions there.
That
Good job.
could have gone a lot
All
of
right.
directions. So yeah, cool. Hey, we want to take a moment and do a little ballistic logistics. And
Yep.
this is our segment where we give each other 30 seconds to outline what's coming up in our area of ministry. So we've got our North Korean missile launcher right here. So I've got 30 seconds to go.
You do.
All right, ready,
And your
set?
time begins now.
All right. Hey, if you're a children's ministry volunteer, we had a volunteer meeting not too long ago. We're sending a recap out to you if you missed it, so watch your email inbox. And then also, parents, our children's Christmas choir is coming up. Look for an email from me or Alyssa Helwig. By the end of this week, we're going to outline our practice schedule. Watch out for that.
Good job,
All right.
Pastor Brian.
Cool. All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Set.
Go.
Go.
Fall is here, parents, and tomorrow night we will have youth group as usual. But do want to take this opportunity to remind you there's no youth group next Wednesday night, the 21st. It's the night before Thanksgiving. Enjoy the evening with your family or come here for the Thanksgiving service in the fellowship hall. No youth group next Wednesday. And then our next event is the Christmas party on December 1st at the Terrell's home. No transportation for that. Everyone bring a gift. Girls bring a pasta dish. Guys bring a dessert item.
Ooh, nice, man. You made it. You just made it. Man, I thought we were going to get a phone call from Kim Jong-un.
How about that?
Man, all right.
Crisis averted.
Crisis averted. So,
A couple weeks ago, Brian and Jordan and Alyssa and Vera
Yes.
and I had the great privilege of going to Nashville for the Etch Conference. We did not have a What's Up Weekly episode, or we might have that week, but we didn't the following week.
right.
Whatever it is, we want to take some time to highlight some things that jumped out at us.
Yeah.
One thing that excited us about the conference, and then one strategy or something to implement in our ministry
Yeah.
right now.
Yep.
So the thing that excited me was our first day. We went to some different seminars. I went to one specifically for student ministry, and the guy basically walked through some core items that should be present in every student ministry.
I'm sorry. I breathed it in.
That's all right. That's all right. So student ministry,
Okay.
and it was really exciting for me to hear these things that he mentioned are already present in our student ministry.
Yeah.
So we already have an environment for a large group.
Yeah.
We already have a small group discipleship environment.
Yeah.
We already have events throughout the year that build on those large group and
Yep.
small group discipleship. So for me, that was just huge encouragement.
Is affirming.
Yep,
Yeah.
to hear that. The one big takeaway comes from a session I went to on the last day, which talked about basically what your Wednesday night service should look like.
Okay.
And the guy spent a lot of time talking about how you should start by having adults lead students,
Okay.
then go into have adults lead with students,
Okay.
and then to have students lead students.
Great.
So anything from music to announcements to games to teaching, he wants it to be student-led in some area.
Yeah.
So we do that with music on a regular basis, but I'm looking forward to trying to implement students in both the execution and the planning of Wednesday nights more.
Because when students have ownership of something, they tend to value the ministry more, and then
Absolutely.
they bring their friends from school in, and yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, that's great.
Yep. So what about you?
Well, there are a lot of things that were encouraging for me. So there were several thousand people that were at this conference, and so each of those people represented a church. It was encouraging that our church is doing a lot of things right. And so like you, many of the workshops were highlighting different strategies and perspectives. It was affirming to know that, hey, we're not out in left field, and we're slugging it out, and we're doing some things that are right.
Good.
A couple of the workshops that I went to a workshop called Parent Training Blueprint, went to another one called 12 Tools for Tech-Focused Families, and another one called Best Practices for Faith Formation in Children. there's so many good things. It's hard to pick one
Sure.
good thing, but I'll just highlight a couple things. In my workshop, Parent Training Blueprint, the presenter basically had 3 categories of thoughts, and he called children's ministry and family ministry leaders to think about how to engage parents, equip parents, and encourage parents. We do a great job of the equipping parents, in my estimation.
Sure.
This is what this show is all about.
Yep.
I think we, as a church and church leaders, we can up our game on the engagement of parents and the encouraging parents. And so as we think about some of the family ministry events that are going to be rolling out this next year, you'll probably see an emphasis on a higher level of engagement and a higher level on encouragement.
Cool.
And so that's really our heart. We want you to be encouraged to jump into the fight and leading the way and discipling your kids.
Great.
So, yeah.
Great, thank you, Pastor Brian. Last, we have a game about National Day of Indian Pudding.
All right.
This game is called 2 Truths and 1 Not a Truth,
Let's do this.
because
Lying is a sin.
lying is a sin, as Pastor Brian always says. So the goal of this game is to pick the
Not a truth.
not a truth. 3 statements relating to Indian pudding.
This game is my nemesis.
2 of them will be true, 1 will not be true.
Actually, every game is my nemesis.
That's been true so far. That's
right.
a truth. But the first question,
First question. Here we go. Indian pudding is a New England spin on A, hasty pudding, B, Indian meal, or C, hominy. Hominy? Hasty pudding? I don't know. I don't know.
I said C, hominy.
I said A. What is that?
Yes!
Oh, man.
You said
What's
Harry
ho-
Potter?
what's hominy?
Oh, hasty pudding, that's what that is.
What's hominy?
Hominy.
I've never even
It's
heard of it.
it's a food
Oh, well,
dish. Says Indian pudding is usually served warm and often accompanied by one of the following: vanilla ice cream, whipped cream, or buttercream.
The not a truth. The not a truth.
I said A, vanilla ice cream.
I did too. And it's C, buttercream.
Buttercream.
All right. Well, I got a chance to tie. Send it in overtime.
There's always a chance.
Question number 3. A traditional Indian pudding recipe contains A, cornmeal, B, water, or C, cinnamon. 2 truths and not a truth. The not a truth. The not a truth. The not a truth.
C, cinnamon.
C, cinnamon.
And
B,
letter
water.
B, water.
And the ever-increasing lead that Pastor Pat has over me increases.
Continues to grow.
Hey, I want to, seriously, free lunch to anybody who brings in some Indian pudding. Hope to see you sometime this week.
Thank you. Take care.